Hey you beautiful people, welcome back to a new video on our channel Read Travel Become. Currently, as you might have guessed, I am in Goa, in South Goa to be more precise. I'm here for a week. It's basically a retreat. It's kind of a relaxing retreat. I'm staying in this beautiful resort named Zuri White Sands, and in this video I'm going to answer all of your questions, the questions which you guys have asked me. I just have picked a few questions, the questions which I found would be valuable to our audience. So some of the questions are pretty common. I'll club those questions. Most of you have been asking me what is my age. Okay, I'm 23 guys, my age is 23, and the second most common asked question was what do I do, what is my background. So talking about my educational qualifications, I chose to do what no young person in our country ever tries to do. I chose engineering. I am an engineer. I graduated in 2019 from NIT Nagpur, National Institute of Technology Nagpur, in mechanical engineering. And after that, I have been working as a business analyst in a Big Four consultancy firm. I have some interesting plans for my future as well, which you'll get to know very, very soon. And yes, YouTube has been a very, very big part of my journey as well. It's not exactly been a year I started doing YouTube. I started making content. It's been a very, very fulfilling journey, and I intend to continue making videos for a very long time. I'm going to make a lot of videos in the future. I have some really interesting ideas to share with you guys. Also guys, another common question was what has been my reading journey like. How many books have I read? Do I prefer fiction or non-fiction? And how long it has been since I started reading. You guys have also asked me about recommending some books in specific genres. So guys, I've made videos on all of these topics. I have explained everything in detail. I've made a video how reading is changing my life, books that changed my life, is reading fiction a waste of time. I'll link all of these videos which would answer all of those questions in the description. You can check them out. So this video is going to be extremely useful. So make sure you watch the video till the end. You may never know which thought or fact may resonate with you and change the course of your life. Let's get started. Okay, so the first question is from Simran Das. Hi Simran. And the reason I chose this particular question as the first question because she's written, hey, firstly I would like to know how are you doing and how's everyone at your family. I guess it's the most important question to ask someone. So thank you so much for asking. I'm doing good. My family is doing good. The COVID times have been difficult for my family particularly because both my parents are doctors and they have been actively working in the COVID scene. So but we are doing great now. They both are vaccinated as well. The other questions which you have asked about my fiction recommendations, everything, I've made a video on almost all the topics. I haven't yet read A Suitable Boy. I wish to read it very soon. Arush has asked, who is your favorite Indian author fiction? I've told this before, Jhumpa Lahiri is my favorite Indian author. She has an amazing command over the language, and she basically sucks you into the world she has created. Her writing is beautiful. I particularly loved Namesake and The Interpreter of Maladies. The next question is from Aditya Kumar Singh. Hi Aditya, and this is an excellent question. It's a great question. If you read so many books and it have so many ideology on same topic, how do you differentiate between its good and bad sides? I'll try to answer this from my own perspective. When you are starting as a reader, your mind is like a wet soil. It easily can be shaped into any form. So it's very important when you're starting reading, you pick up the right books, because books are one of the best ways to shape your ideologies, give you a perspective, give you a certain sense of polarization towards your ideology. So it's very important initially. So I was lucky enough to pick up the right books to develop a certain perspective which I have right now. Now after 3+ years of reading, I certainly know what kind of ideology resonates with me and what kind of ideology does not resonate with me. So it basically develops. It's like the saying, once you start learning, to learn more, it becomes very, very easy. So you know what you want to learn, what you don't want to learn. So you would easily find the differences in what you want to grasp and what you don't want to grasp. If the book does not speak my language, I just chuck it. I don't try to even remember the points. But if some book speaks my language, it speaks right straight to my heart, that ideology fits into me, and that adds a different layer to my perspective which I already have. So it's a great question. So this particularly helps when you're reading non-fiction books, because those kind of books really help you shape your ideas and shape your mentality. So yeah, it's the first point would be, the first step is to pick up the right books when you're starting. And yeah, next we have Jashna Sheikh, who asks, if you could write a book, in which topic or genre will you write, fiction or non-fiction? So the people who have been following me know that I'm a fiction fan. I'm a story boy. I like stories, so I'll definitely write a fiction, and it would be a science fiction. It would involve space, aliens, planets, interstellar travel, galaxies and all. That would be my dream novel. Inder Panda asks, if you could be someone else for a day, who would it be and why? Okay, so I think I want to be Neil Armstrong and experience the moment when he stepped his foot on the moon. That is one of the most memorable feats of humankind, of mankind, of stepping on the moon. So it would have been legendary. I would want to experience something on that scale, to be remembered forever. Whenever we talk about space travel, the name Neil Armstrong comes up. Moon travel basically, not space travel. Neil Armstrong pops up. So to experience that kind of thing, I think it would be interesting, So I would want to be Neil Armstrong for a day. Next question is from Ram Tamiri. He asks, hey bro, how are you? My 2 questions for you. Can you describe the magic you experienced while reading a book in paperback but not in Kindle? And the second question is, can you elaborate the saying, you may never know which thought or fact may resonate with you to change the course of life? Okay, great. So the first question, magic experience while reading a paperback. So I am a paperback fan. This also answers the questions who have asked, do you prefer ebooks, Kindle or paperbacks? I definitely prefer only paperbacks. I don't read Kindle. I don't read ebooks. I don't feel I'm very comfortable in reading them as of now. And I've read very few ebooks. I've mostly read paperbacks only. The feel of completing a book, the smell of book, to know that you have it in your collection even after you're done with the book. It's there, it sits on your collection. You have subconsciously in your mind, you have that thing that you have completed this book, is a beautiful feeling, and that feeling I get with paperbacks only, not with Kindle. I have to be selfish when I say this, but I really love paperbacks and not Kindles. So this is the first point. Second is, you may never know which thought of fact. This sentence I use in all of my videos, because this is the basic motto of life. I was reading this book called Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell, who says that generally to become successful, there is no particular formula. It always is a series of opportunities and how you grab them. The people who have become successful, obviously after they become successful, they can construct a story around that. They've just hit an arrow, and around that arrow they've built a bullseye around it. So the story is constructed that way, but the reality may be different. The reality was that these guys always looked out for opportunities, and whenever they got an opportunity, they just grabbed it. It was all, basically they were at the right place at the right time. So this is what this thought really hit me, and after this thought I came up with this line that you may never know which thought or fact may resonate and change your life, because there are moments in your life when you feel, yes, this is my calling, this is my inner calling. So this line really resonates with me, that's why I ask you guys to resonate with it. So that's the story behind this line. Vishaka Panchal has asked, hi Vishaka, your suggestions about starting my own booktubing channel. I mean, what can be the basic things to understand before starting booktubing? Your advice would be considered for sure. So, one of the major reasons of me starting a YouTube channel was post reading Shoe Dog. In Shoe Dog, the author, the founder of Nike, Phil Knight, believed in sports, believed in athletics, believed in pushing the boundaries of that particular genre. So unless you believe in your topic, believe in your niche, I don't think you should start a channel. If you really believe in the habit of reading and wanting more and more people to experience the beautiful world of reading, only then you should start a booktubing channel, I feel. Because the passion which you have for books, the passion which you have for reading clearly reflects in your personality when you're making a video. If you see all the booktubers out there, the one thread which connects everyone is the passion for books. You can literally see the passion in their eyes whenever they talk about books. So this is the only key thing. If you have this, you don't need to think about anything else. It's just the passion. If you have a passion for books, you can start right away. Everything else falls into place. Yeah, that will be my only suggestion, that if you want to start a channel, if you believe in books, just go for it. There is no other suggestion. No one else is stopping you. And yeah, it's very fulfilling. Shravanti Rao Vadeli asks, which book made you to cry? Reply me in video. So quite a lot of books have made me emotional. I've cried like a baby in a lot of books. Most notably being Thousand Splendid Suns, Kite Runner, Paul Kalani's When Breath Becomes Air. Even the last lecture by Randy Pausch, I cried. These 4 books are at the top of my mind right now. But I remember crying in a lot of books. I'm a crybaby, yaar. Okay, next question is from Education Hub, who has a long list of questions. I'll pick some questions which I feel are not answered. What's the first book you ever remember reading? My first proper book, proper novel which I feel I completed and I fell in love with the habit of reading was Jeffrey Archer's The 11th Commandment. It was a spy thriller. It was a great book. Did someone read to you when you were a child? No, not at all. Who's your all-time favorite book character? Lots of characters, man. I can't think of a particular character. It's a mix. Lots of characters. I can't name one. Has a book ever changed your life? Yeah, I've made a video on this. 5 books have changed my life. You can find the I button here. I'll put it here. Are there any genres you dislike? Okay, so yeah, there are a few genres which I absolutely not dislike, but I haven't explored them yet. First is the horror genre. I have not read any horror books. You guys asked me about horror books. I haven't read. And the second is I haven't read romance books also, be it Indian or be it international. I haven't read many romance books. I've just read Me Before You, which was a great, because it was adapted, so I read, and Fault in Our Stars. I remember these 2 only. Have you ever met a famous or semi-famous author face to face? Where? No, I haven't met, but it is one of my most cherished dreams to meet a few folks. Dan Brown I want to meet, John Crocker I want to meet, Khalid Hosseini I want to meet. They say that a conversation with a learned, a wise man is better than reading 100 books. So I'm really looking forward to that day when I get to experience conversating with an influential author. I'm really looking forward to it. What book or series do you hope and pray will be turned into a movie or TV show one day? Lots of books, yeah, lots of books. But generally, lots of information is lost in the translation. So I don't really look forward to a book being adapted into a show or a TV. There's one particular movie which I feel should be written as a book. It's a reverse kind of a thing. There's a Bollywood movie called Delhi 6, which was made by Rakesh Om Prakash Mehra, and which stars Abhishek Bachchan, Sonam Kapoor, and soundtrack by A.R. Rahman. That movie's plot is amazing. I didn't like the direction much, but the plot was amazing. It has so much depth. It has a spiritual depth. It has a societal depth. It can be made into a very, very interesting novel. I really feel that somebody should pick up the concept of Delhi 6, where there is a Kala Bandar who is basically your inner demon who people see. People don't know whether it's true or not, and it's a great concept. I really, really I love the concept of the movie. So yeah, reverse kind of a thing where Delhi 6 should be made into a novel. What attracts you to a book? The cover, blurb, recommendation from others. Uh, Currently, after 3+ years of reading, I think I'm steering towards popular books only, steering towards books which are recommended by famous people. But when I started initially, no, I was totally genre specific. If I like some topic, if I like some theory around it, I pick up that book. I didn't even know whether that book was popular or not, because every other book writes it's an international bestseller, so it's difficult that way. Currently, yeah, so that is the way I follow. Roja Acharya has asked, how did you come up with the name for your channel? Okay, so again, it all comes down to projecting what you already believe in. Reading and traveling are two of the things which I feel can totally change a person. Reading, to all of you guys know how it has been changing me, but I also like to travel a lot. I have been traveling all my life, not extensively, but a good amount. Like, I have been a traveler. I have been to a few places, few interesting places. So reading and traveling were the two things I felt truly made sense to me. That's why I chose this name, Read Travel, so that we, after reading and traveling, we become the best version of ourselves. Because of the lockdown, I started this channel really late, so I was not able to put travel videos. But yeah, down the line, I am going to put a lot of travel videos as well, and those videos also I'll try to make them as valuable as possible, because I totally feel that if you are giving your time to me, your precious time to me, I need to make sure that you are learning something out of that video, you're getting something out of that video. Meet Patel asks, how much you earn in total through YouTube and brands? Please give the facts. It will help others to choose as a career option if interested. At last, you're doing a great job by encouraging people. So thank you so much, Meet, for the great words, and it's a great question actually. A lot of people have been staring into YouTube just for the business side of it, because people are hearing stories about how YouTube pays a lot. So we are not technically allowed to show our AdSense earnings, but trust me, it's very less. It's peanuts as compared to the kind of effort we put in initially. The growth is exponential. Down the line, three to 4 years, you can think about making it as your full-time profession. But if you want to enter the YouTube scene just for the money, don't enter. I would say don't enter. You would have a very hard time when it comes to monetization. When it comes to brands, yes, I haven't yet started collaborating with brands, but I intend to. I have some good responses. I have some good reach outs. Let's see how it turns out. Okay, very interesting question again, asked by Sushmita. I hope you reach 10k milestone when you post this video. I'm also a huge fan of Interstellar movie and never knew the book Science of Interstellar existed. Thanks to you, I've started reading it. My question would be related to this movie. In the end, Cooper says that it is us who brought them to the higher dimensional tesseract. So how did humans suffer the catastrophic past? Isn't it paradoxical? I'd buy it if aliens, higher dimension beings who mastered space-time, were helping people on Earth. What do you think? Brilliant question, and it's actually a very common question when it comes to the ending of Interstellar. That when Cooper goes back into the tesseract, firstly he thinks that it is they who put him there. They created the wormhole, and they were able to transport him into the tesseract so that he could give information to Murph and then fold all the events. But later he realizes that it's basically humans only, humankind, or who are evolved, who are technologically very advanced, who put it there. But then again, it is a paradox, right? That if you are not able to save humanity, then how can humanity in the future save you? So it's a very common question, and it is known as the bootstrap paradox, where yes, it is paradoxical, and you can read about the bootstrap paradox. I like to believe that it was they who put the wormhole there, but it's actually not like that. It is paradoxical. The bootstrap paradox, you can read it. It is also explained in the book The Science of Interstellar, and I don't want to spoil it for you, because that chapter and the Gargantua chapter are my favorite chapters from that book. Inaya Mehnas asks, do you think Murakami is overrated? No, not at all. Kafka on the Shore is one of the most artistic books I've ever read. Okay, Srushti Joshi has again asked a huge question. There are a lot of questions. You guys take out so much time, and it really means a lot. Like, तुम अपना time निकाल के questions बना रहे हो, comments लिख रहे हो, मेरे videos देख रहे हो, like कर रहे हो. It's such a beautiful feeling, as a creator you feel you're being appreciated for what you're doing, and it feels really good. Matlab, people are giving time to you, people are taking out time and watching you. Feels good, man, and it motivates me a lot also. Matlab, and because of this motivation, I always am pumped up to make good content, to make content that is valuable. So coming back to the question, so there are a lot of questions. I'll try to answer whatever I feel are not yet answered. Favorite book genre, I think science fiction, thrillers, psychology, philosophy, I really like. What do you think about Indian booktubers? Man, you're doing amazing work. Like, I really believe in content which gives out value. All the booktubers out there are just beautiful people. They are doing some amazing work. I really respect them a lot, all of them. Favorite place to travel, where are dying to go? There's this museum called Van Gogh Museum in Paris, where I'm dying to go. I have read about Van Gogh and his paintings. I'm really looking forward to visit that place because it's a beautiful museum, and Van Gogh is such an interesting character, such psychological depths to this character. He's very Kafkaesque. Do you have a library membership? No, actually. It is one of my dreams also. Let me just put it out there in the universe to build a reading ecosystem, to build libraries around cities, to have this space where readers can come and connect, to make it more effective, a centralized system. Shilu Swami asks, do you quote anything from books when you talk to your friends or people around you? If yes, how do you remember those quotes, and do you ever plan to write, or do you write poems or articles? Amazing question. Yes, I do some quotes which really hit me. I make a list of all those quotes in my Notion app. Notion is a productivity tool. I was planning someday to make how do I use Notion also. It's a beautiful app, and I try to use them as well to sound thoda intelligent. I know it's pretentious, but I try to use quotes, yeah, in my friend circle and all. But they all think, yeah, he's a geek already, so it doesn't matter that way. Okay. Next is Reshmi SRKR asks, do you think we need to suffer in life in order to gain experience from it, or become mature strong? What a beautiful question. What a great question. This resonates with that line in Rockstar where the canteen wala guy tells Ranbir Kapoor that, टूटे हुए दिल से ही असली सुर निकलता है. So there are two lines of thought for this. Many people believe in this actually, that you need to suffer in order to. Many eminent people have also preached this thought, but I don't think it's true. I personally don't believe in this fact. I feel that people love underdogs. People love a story of a successful person when he says that I was not very fortunate to have all of these things. I did not have those advantages, and even then I managed to break the social stigma and become successful. People are drawn to the story. That's why they are drawn to the fact that we need to suffer first so that we can be successful, so that we expect a reward someday, that we are also an underdog and we have a reward waiting for us in the end. It all comes down to grabbing those opportunities and working for your goal, whatever you have. I don't believe ki it's a thing where you need to suffer. I mean, why do you have to suffer? You can also be kind to people, be happy all the time, and do your work. Why do you have to suffer exactly? I don't understand. But yeah, psychologically they say it matters sometime to get that ideological shift. But yeah, it's a deep topic actually. Okay, Shweta asks, what would you like to tell your teen self? Interesting question. I believe this little short thing, which is kind of abstract. I don't know if it will make sense to you. I feel that someday my future self has come to me already. Sometime in the past, he has come to me. He is a successful person, a brilliant person. He has achieved whatever he wants. My future self, he has come to me and he has told my younger version that you are going to be successful one day. And my younger version became really happy. He was totally amazed at this thought, and he was very satisfied that he's going to be successful. But then he thinks ki, now that I know I'm going to be successful, I don't think I will work as much hard for it, right? So he has this discussion with my future self that but I don't want to know this because I won't work hard and I won't be you. It would be a paradox then. So then my future self wiped the memory of my younger self, and I have no memory of him coming to me and telling me all of this. Next is Burger King Myers asks, how did you decide to start a YouTube channel and how do you come up with such great ideas? Thank you so much, man. Akash, I'd like to tell you that how did you decide to start a YouTube channel? I always had this thing in mind where people say that our generation is the generation which would be known in the future as a generation of digital boom, of content boom. Everything is booming when it comes to creating content. So I just thought when I am old, when I'm sitting with my oldies, when this conversation starts, like our age was a digital age, I just want to stand up proudly and say with my stick and say that I was a part of this revolution. ये जब गंगा बह रही थी content की, मैंने at least मेरे हाथ पैर गीले किए उसमें. That way, I started. I uploaded my first video. I never imagined my channel to grow so beautifully. And how do you come up with such great ideas? It's all because of you guys. All the comments you guys put up, it automatically spurs my mind to go the creative angle. And I always want to make content which is new, which is fresh. Even if something is which is already made, I want to add my own layer to it. I want to put content which is not being put out there. I have that mentality. I want to be an innovator when it comes to content. I'm just putting it out there, by the way. So yeah, do support me if you feel you're aligned with my vision. So that's all. I'm really sorry if I could not cover some questions. There were a lot of questions that it was becoming very difficult for me as well, because I don't want the video to be extremely long. The video already is long, I feel. Do let me know if you like this kind of a format. We can do this again. And lots of interesting content coming up, giveaway coming up. So stay tuned to my channel. If you like my content, if you want to support me, just hit the like button, comment down below what your thoughts are, and subscribe to my channel and keep me motivated this way. We have a long journey to go. We have a lot of good ideas to discuss. We have a lot of good memories to make, good content to make. So stay tuned with me, and thank you so much for all the support. See you in the next video. Bye bye.